Today, I'm back with mega movie numbers for you all. This is where we run down physical media by the numbers. First, we take a look at a previous week's top 20 selling 4K Ultra HD discs. I give you my thoughts and recommendations on every single title there. And then we get into the market share breakdown where we look at all the different disc formats you love DVDs, Blu rays, 4K, see how well they're selling in comparison to one another. And then we look at the state of physical media, see how physical media is doing overall out there. What are the trends? Where does physical media go to next? The future? Just make some good educated guesses, have fun speculating, and just have a great time talking them movies. So it sounds like you're in the right spot. You love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans. Go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And leave in the comments below what were some of your favorite recent pickups. How do you think physical media is doing out there? But let's go ahead and get into the list of bangers here. First up at the bottom, we got Monkey Man from Universal. I saw this one in theaters. I thought it was a great kind of John Wick style action movie. So yeah, I enjoyed it overall. Makes sense why it's selling. Next, I'm gonna have Star Wars and/or the complete first season, Disney Lucasfilm. After giving this one another chance, I did really enjoy this series. It's much more of a dramatic Star Wars show, but I appreciated it for what it was. Next up, we're gonna have Heavy Metal 2000. Of course, this is from Sony Pictures. A little double combo pack here. Steelbook. It went on sale. Great price. And Heavy Metal is just a wild movie. I haven't seen the sequel, but oh my gosh, those anthology stories are just wow. Was not expecting to see what I saw on screen. That'll be with me forever now. Next up, we're gonna have The Guyver from Unearthed. Haven't really heard too much about Unearthed before, but this looks to be a interesting sci-fi fantasy movie of sorts. So it did catch my attention, and it looks like they did a lot with this release. Put a lot into this packaging and whatnot. So definitely, maybe in the future, I'll check it out. Next up, we're gonna have La Samurai from Criterion. Now, I don't know anything about this movie. I'm guessing it's a foreign language film. And yeah, that's just not really my wheelhouse with Criterion, but it's Criterion sale season. Makes sense why it's selling. It's a new title. All right, next up we got a Purple Rain from Warner, and I saw this movie on Blu-ray. Didn't pick up the 4K here, even though the 4K slipcover does look awesome with the purple coloring. A lot of people like this Prince music, and that's awesome. So if you enjoy the movie, happy you got it in 4K now. Next up, we're gonna have Oppenheimer from Universal. Yes, a bunch of physicists talking for like 3 hours plus. It's still a very hot selling title. Yes, dominated at the box office, dominated in ratings and scores and all that good stuff. So it's going to be on this list for probably a couple of years. So there you go. Next up, we're going to have Point Break from Shout Studios. Point Break, I have not yet seen this movie, or I don't remember seeing it. I hear it's a heist film of sorts with Keanu and Patrick Swayze. So I do want to check this one out eventually. Sounds like a good time. Next up, we got Coraline from Shout Studios. I'm a big fan of this movie. I like all the Leica Studio films. Perfect for spooky season. Kind of gateway family horror, I guess you could say. Next up, we're going to have The Fifth Element from Sony Pictures. This is a fun sci-fi action comedy with Bruce Willis in here. So I enjoyed this one. I got to check it out again, too. Next up, we got Doom Part 2 from Warner, which is another epic science fiction movie. This is just such on a grand scale here. It did great at the box office, did great with scores as well. So just like Oppenheimer, it's probably going to be on this list a couple years. And next up, we're going to have Godzilla X Kong from Warner, The New Empire. A lot of people like this kaiju monster action movie. I thought we got a little too much Kong in it. I wanted more Godzilla, but hey, just depends what team you're on there. Next up, we're going to have Starship Troopers from Sony Pictures, which is an awesome sci-fi action. Sci-fi action is just killing it this list right here. I love to see it, but Starship Troopers is an awesome one, a really, really fun one. Next up, we got Taxi Driver from Sony Pictures, dramatic tale with a young Robert De Niro, very intense, Martin Scorsese. Yeah, I have this one. I've seen it once, but I have not felt the need to go back again. It's just such a deep, dark story. Next up, we got to have the Ministry of Gentlemanly Warfare from Lionsgate, and I really enjoy this action wartimey comedy from Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie is one of my favorite directors, and yeah, this one was just great with like Henry Cavill, so really enjoyed it. Next up, we got a new one here of Boy Kills World from Lionsgate. Many people didn't see this one in theaters, but once again, it's like a brutal John Wick action movie with Bill Skarsgård, and I highly recommend this one. It was really, really cool and science fiction elements in there. Next up, we got Ghostbusters Frozen Empire from Sony Pictures. Of course, Ghostbusters, such a hot franchise. People are going to pick up on this title on physical. Makes sense. Next up, we got all new titles here running out the top of the top. So, new one here with the boy and the uh, but The Boy and the Heron, oh my gosh, that was almost a tongue twister for me. That was from Shout Studios MGM here. I think it no, Shout Studios G Kids. I misread that. Oh my god, I haven't heard of that before. Okay, interesting. So got The Boy and the Heron. This one, best animated picture. You got different options here, if a slipcover, a steelbook option. I do want to see this one eventually. I've heard mixed things on it, but I do like animation overall. So I'll definitely give it a whirl in the future. Speaking of whirls, we got another new one here with Twister from Warner. And yeah, Twister, I remember just seeing the original like a week or two ago to prepare me for Twisters now. And I thought it was pretty good. Natural disaster film. There's definitely some intense moments in there. So it is what it is. Twisters. Makes sense. Next up, we got a new one here at the top, the number one top one. Super shocked that this beat Twister. We got Civil War from Lionsgate. A lot of people love Civil War. I did not really care for it too much. I wanted more war, more action, and it felt like it was more drama, very slow moving journalists kind of following some parts of the war to get an interview. It was just not what I was expecting, so it kind of fell flat for me. But a lot of people love it, so that is awesome. But wow, that is a great top 20 list right there. A lot of studios playing hard. Once again, the sci fi action genre killing it there. Oh my gosh, so many titles from that genre. We had new titles at the top, so new titles are definitely selling here. And then people picking up on those deals and discounts, right, with the Prime Day going on and all that stuff. Amazon has just been having some great deals this month. So people saved their money and they bought them titles, and that is fantastic. But now let's get into the market share breakdown to see really how these deals and discounts impacted the percentage of formats being sold. So let me bring up a couple of charts here, bring up a previous week and then the week before that to compare. And wow, yes, Ultra HD did jump up a little bit. Now is close to 20%, which is awesome. People do like the 4K format. Collectors love this format. And when they get money to spend, right, they might hold on the money a little bit till we get the deals and discounts. But when those come up, they will buy that format. Blu-rays are doing excellent here, close to 35%. That's a massive jump up. I mean, Blu-rays jumped up from about 24% before to 35%. That is outstanding. So, yes, collectors do love HD, right? Blu-rays. Maybe they don't always get the 4Ks, but they do love the Blu-rays, and those got discounts as well. People got deals on them. So people save their money for either Blu-rays, 4Ks, maybe a combo on both if some movies weren't out on Blu-ray, right? It just depends what formats they were out on. It's really, I guess, what sold there in comparison with 4Ks and Blu-rays. So, but good combination there. I like to see that DVDs now dropped to 45%. Yeah, 64% before. Oh my gosh, that's a big drop down. But once again, it makes sense, right? When collectors got their money, they're ready to spend. It's a collector's market. They are ready to go for those more popular, I guess, HD type of formats. Where it's DVDs, yes, it's for the mass audience out there. I guess, the casual collector, as it will be when you're walking around in Walmart. You see a cheap shark movie on DVD, you grab it, right? Boom, gotcha. But once again, when collectors come out to play with those deals and discounts, they show up and they buy a lot of those titles, especially with all the new bangers people were really interested in with Twisters and Civil War, Boy and the Heron, and oh my gosh, there's so many more right there. It makes sense why the disc formats look like this. But now let's talk about the state of physical media, how physical media doing overall out there? Well, we know physical media is a niche market. That is no secret by now. So, okay, what does that mean? We got to appeal to collectors out there with some awesome catalog titles, getting great treatments, some cool boutique label stuff out there, and just doing a really good job on those transfers. And I think overall, yes, studios have been doing that. Boutique labels have been doing that. They've been giving collectors some great stuff out there. The only problem I see right now are the prices on some of these items. Like those steelbooks have got out of hand for me. So I've definitely pulled back on the steelbooks and wait for discounts to see if the steelbook gets a discount heavily or the slipcover does. At this point, I just want the movie in my collection, but I will always wait for those deals and discounts. But hey, once again, when those deals happen, I show up, boom, we get those titles, and that's kind of where the collecting world is at now. So I think people do hold back a little bit now on every Blu-ray Tuesday, the new releases. Not as many people will buy everything day one unless it's their absolute favorite and they've just really been waiting for it to get the physical. I think some people are okay holding off waiting until those deals and discounts, but that's okay. We're still picking up physical media. Collecting is still happening out there. Collecting is not going away in any shape or form. I mean, there's people still collecting VHS out there, people that love the horror genre. I mean, they're bringing that back like vinyl records. It's outrageous out there. It's awesome. I love to see all these different disc formats thriving and having some kind of collector's market. So that is awesome. So yeah, now I got to hear from you guys out there. How do you think physical media is doing overall? What trends are you noticing out there? Did you pick up a lot for the Prime Day discounts and sales? Have you been getting into the Criterion sale or the King and Lorber sale or the Shout going out of print sale? I mean, so many sales happening this month. What have you been partaking in? What have been some of your favorite titles out there? And just have a great day talking all them movies, of course. And if you haven't already, you got to mega smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all future physical media number breakdowns. Okay, you can't forget to do that right there. Turn on that notification bell, of course, so you are alerted when a new episode posts. So, everybody enjoy. Have a great day out there. And make sure you mega smash the next video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.